It's the Stick and Hack Show. That's Mike, I'm Adam, and this week we have Alyssa Gaudet from Women's Golf Day on the program, and we play a game called Snap Judgment. Stick and Hack Show starts right now.
This is the Stick and Hack Show. Conversation, discussion, debate, and golf talk from a stick, Mike Ryan, and the hack, Adam Grubb. Boys, you are up.
Hey, welcome in, everybody. Stick and Hack Show, the most sophisticated golf show in the free world, presented by Perfect Pro-Ams. I'm your host, Adam Grubb. That's your host, Mike Ryan. The Stick, Mike, what is up?
Not much. Excited. Again. That's my new thing. I'm just going to say I'm excited.
Can we not do it that way?
I won't.
Okay, thank you very much.
That's the last time.
All right, appreciate it. Guest this week is Alyssa Gaudet, president of Executive Golf International, a strategic consulting and marketing firm, and founder of Women's Golf Day. And she's going to be talking about that here in just a little bit. She has a fascinating story, been in the golf space for quite some time, and is doing some amazing things inside the golf ropes for women, but also just for the game itself, the community, which is kind of what we're trying to do here as well at Stick and Hack, is to build a community of like-minded golfers. She's been doing it much longer than we have, and we're excited to bring her into the program and talk to her about her history, as well as Women's Golf Day. Do you know about Women's Golf Day, Mike?
I had not until we decided to have her on.
So your wife
but
plays.
I'm intrigued by it, yeah.
And your wife is better than you, from my understanding. Is that correct?
Sure.
Your wife plays. My wife plays. And I'll get into that story at some point. It wasn't my goal in life to be playing golf with her when we first started dating.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I told her no. Like, this is my thing. It was a very, very chauvinistic 24-year-old idiot response, right? I'm like, no, golf is my thing. And now we're playing together, and it's phenomenal. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it is to get away from the kids and get away from life for a little bit and just play golf. It's great. And I'm excited for her to become more involved in this, and hopefully she'll be part of Women's Golf Day as well with your wife.
Yeah, I was kind of the exact opposite. I had to coax my wife into doing it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was like, absolutely not. I want nothing to do with it.
Shocking.
But I got her into it, and now she says how much she hates it, but I don't believe her because I see her
every weekend. She is in some sort of tournament.
Yeah, she's all about it
with her 45 handicap.
But
right?
She acts like she hates it.
Right. So. Well, that's how it goes. All right. So we're excited to have Alyssa on the program here in just a little bit. First up, Mike, though, hitting it further. The professional landscape today of golf is making golf easier with the technology and the ability to drive the ball longer and further by these pros, and it's scaring people to death because the people, the higher ups in the golf world, are saying, hold on a second, we are having to redo courses, we're having to make holes longer. It's scaring people to death.
Right.
And now, relying on data from industry experts, tours, stakeholders, the higher ups in the golf world of PGA, they unveiled a 2-year research finding, okay? It's a 15-page statement of conclusions, a 99-page summary of the research that was gathered from 57 individual reports.
99 pages doesn't seem like a summary to me.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Hey, Jim, did you get that summary done? Yeah, it's 100 pages.
Yeah. I'll let you know in the next 2 weeks once I've finished reading it.
Nice work, Jim. Way to overindulge on the summary, you idiot.
Yeah.
So 99-page summary. The research gathered 57 individual reports. They came to the conclusion, through all that increasing distance is bad for the game.
Yeah. I kind of read through that thing, and
The summary? The 99-page summary? You couldn't read the show notes.
No.
But you read the 99-page summary?
The show notes. That Cliff's Notes is all I do.
Right.
I don't read books. Philosophically, I don't agree with it.
Right. Is distance making golf easier for people? And
I think it's
pros?
making it easier for pros probably on some level, but they're so good that I don't think it's making that much of a difference.
They're so good, and golf is so hard in and of itself. The distance, while it might help. Now, here my contention is this. I don't really love watching golf where you hit driver, 325, you hit a wedge or a 9 in to 20 feet, within 20 feet, and birdie putt or par putt. That, to me, isn't great.
Yeah.
But it's the same as the NBA in some cases, in that the NBA in the 80s compared to the NBA today are two completely different games because of the athletes themselves, because of their speed, because of what of their training and the gym time. All that is different and it has changed because of the person. Golf has changed from the 80s to today because of the technology.
Well, I think it's a combination. I think it's both. I think it's technology, but I think if you look back historically, professional golfers were not. They didn't have fitness regimens. They weren't. Right. They didn't have all of the fitness technology available to them, nor did they care. Right. The culture of it was so much different that I think fitness probably has more to do with what we're talking about from a distance standpoint than it does with the technology.
Really?
I think there's a slight advantage with the technology, but I think the fitness has more to do with it. You've got guys they're training year round. They're in the best shape they've ever been in their lives. You didn't ever have that before. You might have had one or two people back in the day that were really into fitness. Gary Player is one person that comes to the top of my mind.
But Mike, there's a in this past the Waste Management Open they had a par 4 that was over 5. It was Waste Management or the one before, doesn't matter. It was a 510 or 20 yard par 4.
I know,
just to make it fair for that hole for those people.
I get that.
That's crazy.
I get that, but it's just it's the pros only, right? That's the other and this gets to the root of kind of what we're trying to do. Is they're so focused on the tour. The tour is like a fraction of the community of golf, right? It's a very small fraction. Yeah. Granted, it's a big moneymaker and it generates interest in the game, but I think they're too focused on worrying about, what the pros are doing. The technology for the average player is absolutely making it easier and more enjoyable for them to play the game of golf.
That's a great point, because that's an excellent point. I have no follow up for that. That's the point of the day.
I like it.
And we're 6 minutes in.
Mark it down.
Mark the tape.
Shane. I just shut Adam up. That was wild. I'm shocked.
All right, so for the distance and for what's happening in golf, it does boil down for me to money and the entertainment of the sport for the PGA. Back to your point, they've got long drive competitions and leagues. The question is, how do you even go back in technology? How do you? Yeah. How would you even go to someone and say, "Hey, can you just eat and not run and not go strength conditioning and all this and just play golf?" Yeah. Golf is hard enough as it is. Distance for the pros, is it a problem? No. People love to see that drive go 325, 350 in some cases. That Bubba Watson has made a career out of hitting the ball long. Dustin Johnson, all of these guys, those top level pros. And they hit it hard.
The other point to that, to me, is that's most of the people that I find that have a problem with the whole distance and hitting driver wedge the whole time are people that have been in golf the majority of their lives, or they understand the nuances of the game, and they have an appreciation for that.
Right.
From a growth of the game standpoint, I think that guys hitting the ball that far is what attracts people that have never looked at golf before or cared.
So you don't think the technology of the golf ball, technology of the drivers themselves, has as much influence on the distance as just in the pros?
Yeah,
you do in the amateur ranks and most people.
Correct? I agree.
Right. And you have no problem with what's happening in the game.
I don't. I think it's good for the game, to be honest. Personally, I think it's the exact opposite of what their hypothesis is.
All right. So once again, Stick and Hack is showing a problem, bringing no solution.
I don't think you need a solution.
They do. They have a 99-page summary.
That's fine.
57 individual reports.
That doesn't mean they're right.
Can you imagine that guy's responsibility over 2 years? Do you think that was punishment?
Yeah, I know.
Do you think it was punishment? Or do you
so
think
whoever that guy is, I apologize to you. I just shot your entire last 2 years of your life down. But
he is so upset.
As if it matters. I'm sure it's devastating to him. But
just painstaking 20-hour days for 2 years getting this together for the summary, which I've already summed up. Increasing distance is bad for the game, apparently.
Yeah.
That's the summary.
Right.
Not 99 pages.
Yeah.